awake, yeah. And I think while my child was underneath, her subconscious was learning. Yeah. You know, we, like especially Bulgaria, it's the first class in Bulgaria, they never experienced Dr. Hulen teaching, and they basically know about Dr. Hulen from the book or from the video interviews with you. And so, could you please share your experience of working with Dr. Hulen?
It's a gift that he showed up in my life, you know, helped me out, mentored me, carried me through this cleaning process. For years, he's been telling me like, we need help to teach the class, and I said I don't really want that, you know. So I just want to do my cleaning, but he said, but the cleaning will do it for you. So all the things that he has done or has said, I know when he says something, he's coming from inspiration, because he keeps on cleaning and cleaning and cleaning. So that my cleaning was influenced by him, because I was able to be inspired with what he was doing. We've been through many places together, and I don't know how we got there, lectures, in churches, and that interview with Rita, because Rita was like, you know, emailing me all the time, so I would email it back to them and say, look, until finally, okay. So I'm just grateful for what he's done. And at one point I even asked him, how do you do this? Every week you go to different places in the country and outside the country. How do you do that, you know? But now I realize, doing this now, you know, you're teaching the class, you're coming from a totally different perspective. I would say, because you need to be 100% responsible. If students are coming, you need to be 100% responsible for that. So you're looking at standpoint of being the instructor, but really, I'm clear, I'm only here to do my cleaning. It's only one thing. I am clear, the purpose of my existence is to make amends for what I have done. And that's going all the way back to the beginning of creation.
When you're talking about the beginning of creation, you're talking about past lives?
Oh yeah. We have several lifetimes that we have got, millions, I would say. So we don't know. That's why we don't remember those things. We don't remember. So, but I want to be moved by inspiration, not by memory. In some cases, you're gonna run into something where, you know, you can have some intuition, which intuition comes from memory, and say, do not do that or else something will happen. It's because the memory is telling you. But I want to be moved by inspiration coming from the divinity. So if I keep on cleaning, the inspiration will come in. Only when I'm back to myself, that inspiration can come in. So I just want to do it that way over and over as we speak. I was talking to my own Pili, you know, stay with me with this interview. This is gonna go somewhere else, so I don't know where it's gonna go. So I was cleaning in this room, I was cleaning on these tables, the camera. I'm just hoping that we can, I should say, I want to get back to zero, so the right information will come out. And whatever that is, I don't know, I don't have a clue.
And Dr. Hulen cleans constantly?
All the time.
Yeah.
And his cleaning was able to help me so I can get also inspired to do the cleaning. And that's this class. I'm just here to clean and give some information. So if I get to be inspired, the students might be inspired to do the cleaning. The more people that who are cleaning, it's going to be better for all of us.
So, because why it's better for all of us? Because everything erases, whatever erases from me, erases from everyone.
Everyone is created as a unique person or individual. I was created, and I don't know what it is, to do a specific task. You are created to do a specific task. I don't know what it is, and I don't know what it is. So I keep on cleaning, so it will actually, you will be able to fulfill what that whatever the purpose of that creation. The only way it will happen if you are back to zero and the inspiration comes in. So if I don't do the cleaning, I'm blocking all of you guys. I'm blocking all of you. I'm blocking this table, these chairs, the camera, the land, the building from being back to their own identity. I'm blocking them if I don't do the cleaning. So, but if I do the cleaning, and just things will just unfold. You know, the right information will come in, the right source of income, the right relationship. All these things are perfect because the Creator knows what we need.
Yeah, interesting. And can you stay in the state of inspiration as long as you can?
You won't know. You're gonna go in and out of that. So the idea is always to do the cleaning 24/7. Just like, you know, when it's raining, when you're in your car and it's raining, you need to have the windshield wiper or go over because then you cannot see. So the cleaning, the windshield wiper goes on. Just like the same thing with the cleaning. You need to be relentless with the cleaning. It has to be 24/7 because remember, if you don't do the cleaning, there's 11 million bits of information that are going through all the time. It's working your mind. So just imagine those are the ones that's going to move you. So I'd rather be moved by inspiration than moved by memory. If you don't get to the cleaning, eventually it's going to show up in your physical.
As health problems.
It could be health problems, could be financial problems, relationship problems, you know, family problems, you know, so there's so much stuff, you know, so for me, I'm clear what I'm here for. I want to do the cleaning and just let it be. Instead of holding on, let go. And let God.
Any situation you can share with us of using Hooponopono in your work life?
Well, when I get up, I always talk to my onipili because if you want a business partner, it's your onipili. Because everybody knows you need to really communicate with your onipili all the time. So for a long time, your onipili might have neglected, feel neglected or uncared for. So I always talk to my onipili when they wake up, before I go to work. I said, we're just going to go to work today to do our cleaning. We're going there to do the cleaning. So now when I get to work, so when I do my cleaning, I clean on the house that I have, where we live. I clean on the streets. You know, the streets that I normally take. I clean my car. And then the address of work, I always do that, include that in my cleaning all the time. And then when I get to work, I get to see these names. So I get to clean on that first. And then if there's addresses, because the addresses would have the land, you know, the house, the building. So I would clean on that. And then I let it be. And just things will unfold. It's a lot easier. But if I don't clean, I mean, you don't know what's going to hit you. And that's just my experience about it. So I'd rather want to be moved again by inspiration. I want to be zero all the time. And again, it's not easy. Some people think that they're going to try it for 30 days, see what happens, and they do. But just imagine how many lifetimes you have to go through. You're here for a reason, because of unfinished business. I know I'm here for unfinished business. we have been together before in the past. That's why we met. So my thing is, I want to clean with you guys so I can be free. I'm doing it for me first. But if I can be free, then you guys are gonna be free, and the rest will be free. I want to be free. I want to go home, back home.
You were talking about Hooponopono very deep. I know that women are very likely easier to get into Hooponopono. How you as a man, like, did you accept fully right away all this information?
It's not easy because the intellectuals block you. You know, somebody gives you the information, you're going to try to grab it and analyze it. That's why I was grateful with Dr. Yulen when that day that I was trying to open the book and read it. So he said, well, the good thing about this is you don't really need to read that and analyze. Just use the tools. Which at the time it wasn't as many tools actually. When I took it way back in '98. But I was grateful for that. So the tools are the one that's gonna, even if you don't believe in the tools, if you use it, it will work.
It will work.
It has its own template. It's perfect. It has its own identity. So, you know, you can use those tools or not use them. Again, we have a choice to make. Whether to clean or not to clean. Whether to be or not to be. Free of memories replaying. So we always have a choice. Every moment we have a choice. Are we going to clean or not going to clean? But again, I want to clean because I know my purpose in life. I'm here only to do my cleaning. I want to make amends. I want to be free of the mortgage that I have in my soul. Because the mortgage in my soul is death. If I kill death, there's like 60% death is no more if I kill them. So it's the memories. I'm not saying that to hate the memories, actually, but to love the memories. So when I say, when do they do the cleaning, when I say, I love you, I'm saying to myself and to those memories. So on doing that, just saying, I love you, there's thousands of souls that are being freed. Thousands of souls. Remember, there's 11 million bits of information that is going through over and over. And whether you clean or not to clean, it's a choice that we have to make every moment of our life.
And with, like, when we do Hooponopono, does it affect if your family will be involved in this? It's like, does your wife, let's say, need to do Hooponopono?
I would say, I don't tell her what to do, but she does it. When I started with this, I would say, okay, we have to get together. I told the kids, you're going to come here, we're going to do the 12-step process. But, and then one time, Dr. Yulen told me, you know, your kids probably, that later on doesn't need, you know, tools to do this. So now, I don't get that before. Now I do. Because if I do play cleaning, they don't have to do anything. If I am 0, they'll be 0. So I don't have to tell you, if you tell somebody that your wife, you tell your husband, they're going to resist you. You're going to have an engagement. So once you're engaged, it's the memory engaging each other. So instead of letting go and let it be, you just clean, and if they're inspired, they'll do it. I just let them fall. Same thing with my kids. I would say, would you like to come to the class? If they don't want to come, that's fine. I would clean anyway, no matter what.
You know, I've had experiences when, let's say, wife is really into Hooponopono and husband is, you know, all resistance and everything, and then she's like, starting complaining, oh, he's not supportive and it's very hard for me to do the cleaning. It's like, what would you tell to those people?
Well, for me, just like my wife, the minute I wake up, on my waking moment, I would clean right away. I would clean, and then whatever she says, whatever words come out of her mouth, I'll clean on that. Because if I engage, it's going to be a long day. So when she says that, I will try to zip my mouth and just clean. And I will just go into, if she says, oh, I have a problem with my finger, and I said, okay, so I will clean. I will look into myself and say, I'm sorry, please forgive me for whatever is going on in me. Why is she experiencing that? So I would say, so I would get information, correct information, what kind of tool should I use for that? Sometimes it would just show up. If I keep on cleaning that, and cleaning that, instead of engaging, I let go and say, okay, let it unfold, whatever right information will come in. It's not easy. The person right next to you will always bug you.
Always back. Yes.
So if you engage, that's why like I said, when I said engagement and judgment for me are two big things. So engagement, if I engage, there goes everything, you know. And then the judgment, because I look, if I don't look at you as perfect, then I have a problem inside. If I don't look at you as perfect, I have a problem. It's the memory telling me what I see, what I hear, what I speak are all coming from memories instead of coming from information, from inspiration, the right information. So I have to be cleaning all the time. Then I look at you, wow, look at you, you're so beautiful. You guys are perfect. You're made in the exact likeness of the divinity. So I should be looking at everything else are perfect. Then if it's not, then it's gonna be it's the memory telling me what I see, what I hear, what I speak are all memories.
And how to do the cleaning, you're gonna teach us in the class.
We're gonna go through that depending on how everything flows.
Okay.
So we'll go with the flow, and you know, we want to be moved by inspiration. So we'll see what happens, what unfolds.
Okay. So as we said, tomorrow we're gonna learn more about self-identity through Hooponopono, how to erase memories, and how to solve problems. Well, see you in the class, and thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you.